What you are seeing here is not some rocky, barren area from some faraway place on Earth. No, this is actually Mars. 13 years ago, NASA deployed the Curiosity rover on Mars, and then 3 years ago, they sent another rover, Perseverance, to join the mission. These rovers were sent to map the planet and study its surface. And now, finally, they have sent back some super incredible footage that is simply mind-blowing. So what exactly are we seeing here? And what else have these rovers been up to since they touched down on the red planet? The first Mars exploration. Our fascination with Mars, or what we like to call the red planet, has been around for centuries. But it wasn't until the space age that we could get a closer look. The first successful mission to Mars was the Mariner 4, which was launched by NASA in 1964. This was a flyby mission, and it sent back the first close-up photos of Mars. This is when we first got to know that Mars has a cratered, moon-like surface. It was a big achievement that ignited our thirst for more knowledge about our neighboring planet. In the years that followed, several other missions were launched. The Viking missions in the 1970s were particularly impressive. Viking 1 and Viking 2 both landed on Mars and conducted experiments to look for signs of life. Although they didn't find definitive evidence of life, they provided a wealth of information about Mars' soil, atmosphere, and weather patterns. Mars exploration has come a long way since those early missions. Each mission is built on the successes and lessons of the ones before it. The 1990s saw the Mars Pathfinder mission, which delivered the Sojourner rover. This was a small, six-wheeled rover that could move around and analyze rocks and soil. It was a huge step forward, demonstrating that we could not only land on Mars but also move around and explore its surface. The 2000s brought even more ambitious missions. The Mars Global Surveyor orbited the planet and mapped its surface in detail. The Mars Odyssey mission, launched in 2001, discovered large amounts of hydrogen just below the Martian surface. This was a great discovery as it indicated the presence of water ice. Each of these discoveries hinted at the possibility of life on Mars, either in the past or present, and certainly suggested that humans could one day live there. But why is studying Mars so important? Why don't we go to Venus or Mercury? Well, for one, Mars is the most Earth-like planet in our solar system. It has seasons, polar ice caps, and weather patterns. Understanding Mars can help us learn more about our own planet's history and future. Other than that, Mars has the potential to be a future home for humanity. As Earth faces challenges like climate change and overpopulation, Mars can give us a possible second home for humans. But before we can think about colonizing Mars, we need to understand it better. That's where these missions come in. NASA's rover missions have been at the forefront of Mars exploration. These rovers are like robotic scientists equipped with tools to study the Martian surface and environment in detail. The program began with the Sojourner rover, part of the Mars Pathfinder mission. It was followed by the twin rovers, Spirit and Opportunity, which landed on Mars in 2004. These rovers were designed to last 90 days but ended up exploring for years. Spirit explored the Gusev crater, while Opportunity made incredible discoveries in the Meridiani Planum region, including evidence of past water activity. With these successes, NASA decided to build its best rovers ever, aiming to push the boundaries of what we know about Mars and seek answers to new questions. The Curiosity rover. The first next-generation rover sent to Mars by NASA was Curiosity. On November 26, 2011, NASA launched the Curiosity rover as part of the Mars Science Laboratory mission. After a 9-month journey, Curiosity landed on Mars on August 6, 2012, in Gale Crater, chosen because scientists believed it might have once held water and possibly life. The descent and landing were so tense that it is now called the 7 Minutes of Terror. It involved a complex sequence of events, including a sky crane maneuver, which had never been tried before. Despite the risks, the landing was a success, and Curiosity sent back its first images from the Martian surface, marking the beginning of a new era in Mars exploration. Curiosity is equipped with all kinds of gadgets to aid in its exploration. It's about the size of a car, measuring 10 feet long, 9 feet wide, and 7 feet tall, and weighs nearly 2,000 pounds. One of its amazing features is the ChemCam, which uses a laser to zap rocks and soil, turning them into gas to study their makeup. You can think of it as a laser gun that analyzes what things are made of from a distance. Another incredible tool is the Sample Analysis at Mars, or SAM, a tiny lab that analyzes the chemical makeup of samples, including checking for organic compounds, which are crucial for discovering if there was ever life on Mars. Curiosity is powered by a special power source called a radioisotope thermoelectric generator, RTG, which converts heat from the decay of plutonium-238 into electricity. This power source allows Curiosity to operate day and night through all seasons without running out of energy. Creating these gadgets for Curiosity was no cheap task. The entire Mars Science Laboratory mission, including Curiosity, cost about $2.5 billion. But the mission has provided a wealth of information about Mars, making it worth every penny. But why did they name it Curiosity? Well, naming a rover is a big deal for NASA, and they love to involve kids. For Curiosity, they held an essay contest for students across the U.S. in 2009. The kids had to suggest a name and explain why they chose it. A sixth grader from Kansas, Clara Ma, won the contest with her suggestion, Curiosity. In her essay, she wrote, "Curiosity is an everlasting flame that burns in everyone's mind. It makes me get out of bed in the morning and wonder what surprises life will throw at me that day. Curiosity is such a powerful force. Without it, we wouldn't be who we are today." NASA loved how she captured the spirit of exploration and chose her name for the rover, reminding everyone that exploration and discovery are for all of us. The Discoveries by Curiosity. Curiosity's mission on Mars has been nothing short of spectacular. It has made a series of discoveries that have vastly improved our understanding of the red planet. For instance, Curiosity detected organic compounds on Mars. By analyzing rock samples from Gale Crater, Curiosity found that these rocks contained organic molecules, which could potentially serve as building blocks for life. The discovery was significant because it hinted that Mars might have once supported life, even if it doesn't now. Scientists found that carbon dioxide and methane isotopes could be consistent with ancient biological activity, though they could also result from non-life processes. Curiosity also detected fluctuations in the amount of methane in Mars' near-surface atmosphere. While Curiosity cannot determine whether the methane comes from biological sources, the discovery suggests that some biological processes might be happening on Mars. Curiosity also helped determine the formation and exposure age of rocks on Mars, providing critical insights into the planet's erosion rates and how radiation affects organic compounds, which could help identify potential biosignatures. Moreover, Curiosity gave us crucial insights into Mars' watery past, revealing that water, essential for life, once flowed on the planet. This discovery further cements Mars as a subject of ongoing exploration and study. The rocks in Gale Crater reveal a rich history of water on Mars. For instance, Curiosity discovered jarosite, a mineral that only forms in watery environments, confirming that water once existed on the planet. In fact, an age-dating experiment found jarosite that was much younger than scientists expected, which suggests that liquid water might have remained beneath Mars' surface even as the planet was drying out. This finding points to the possibility that Mars had habitable conditions for a longer period than previously thought. In addition to revealing Mars' watery past, Curiosity has provided insights into how the planet lost its atmosphere. Mars transformed from a warm, wet planet to the cold, dry one we see today. By measuring the ratio of deuterium to hydrogen in water samples, Curiosity helped scientists understand how hydrogen escaped and water was lost over time. This information sheds light on the planet's long-term climate changes. Curiosity has also detected biologically useful nitrogen on Mars, an element essential for life on Earth, but only in a fixed, usable form. Curiosity found fixed nitrogen in the form of nitrate in Martian rock samples, indicating that usable nitrogen was present on Mars 3.5 billion years ago. This discovery is significant because it suggests that life forms on Mars may have had access to an essential ingredient for survival. With all these compelling discoveries, NASA extended Curiosity's mission at least until 2025. However, Mars is vast, and Curiosity alone cannot study the entire planet. This led NASA to launch its second rover, Perseverance, which differed from Curiosity in several key ways. Perseverance was launched on July 30th, 2020, and landed in Jezero Crater on February 18th, 2021. This location was chosen because scientists believe it was once the site of an ancient river delta and lake, making it an ideal place to search for signs of past life. The landing process for Perseverance was as dramatic as Curiosity's, with the rover enduring the 7 minutes of terror as it slowed from 12,000 miles per hour, deployed a parachute, and used a sky crane maneuver to land. This sequence had to be performed autonomously due to the communication delay between Earth and Mars. Fortunately, everything went smoothly, and Perseverance began its mission. Perseverance is equipped with a range of advanced technology, including a sophisticated set of cameras and sensors. It has 19 cameras, the most ever sent to Mars, which capture high-definition images and videos of the Martian terrain. These tools help scientists study Mars geology and search for ancient microbial life. The rover also carries a drill to collect rock and soil samples, which will be stored for potential return to Earth by a future mission. Additionally, Perseverance's wheels have been redesigned for improved durability, and like Curiosity, it is powered by a radioisotope thermoelectric generator, allowing it to operate through all seasons. The name Perseverance came from a student contest, similar to Curiosity. In 2019, NASA launched a Name the Rover essay contest, and the winning entry came from a 7th grader named Alexander Mather. He chose the name Perseverance to reflect humanity's enduring spirit in overcoming challenges, which he felt was vital for space exploration. NASA embraced this name, and Perseverance became nicknamed Percy. Perhaps one of the coolest aspects of the Perseverance mission is the inclusion of a small helicopter named Ingenuity. Attached to the underside of the rover, Ingenuity arrived on Mars with Perseverance and became the first helicopter to fly in Mars' thin atmosphere, where the air is just 1% as dense as on Earth. Initially, Ingenuity was only expected to complete 5 flights over 30 Martian days to prove that controlled flight was possible on Mars. Each flight lasted up to 90 seconds and reached altitudes of 10 to 16 feet. Ingenuity far exceeded expectations, completing 72 flights over nearly 3 years. It flew for over 2 hours in total and covered more than 17 kilometers. Ingenuity's aerial scouting provided crucial information that the ground-based rover could not easily obtain, such as the best paths to travel or interesting geological features to explore. Its success demonstrated the feasibility of using aerial scouts for planetary exploration. Unfortunately, during its 72nd flight on January 18, 2024, Ingenuity's rotor blades were damaged upon landing, ending its mission. Despite this, the helicopter made invaluable contributions to Mars exploration alongside Perseverance. Together, Perseverance and Ingenuity made significant discoveries on Mars. When Perseverance landed in Jezero Crater, scientists were uncertain about the type of rocks they would encounter. Some believed they might find evidence of ancient lava flows, while others expected sedimentary rocks. During its first year on Mars, Perseverance made a surprising discovery. It found various types of igneous rocks, including lava flows and rocks that crystallized from slow-cooling magma. These igneous rocks revealed signs of interaction with water, which could record conditions suitable for microbial life. Scientists hope that when these samples are returned to Earth, they will provide further insight into Mars's volcanic history and geological evolution. In February 2022, Perseverance captured a stunning panoramic view of an area called Santa Cruz, giving scientists a closer look at the landscape in Jezero Crater. Moreover, the rover found compelling evidence of an ancient lake environment in a region known as Wildcat Ridge, within the well-preserved sedimentary fan deposit. These sediments were likely deposited by water, providing further evidence of Mars' wet past. The rocks in Jezero Crater tell a fascinating story of water on Mars. They formed in a standing body of water and continued to interact with water long after their formation. These rocks record environments that would have been habitable for ancient microbial life and are perfect for preserving potential signs of ancient life. Interestingly, Perseverance has revealed a more complex history of water in Jezero Crater than the scientists originally thought. While it was already known that a lake once filled the crater, new images from Perseverance showed that sediments were deposited in a delta, indicating a dynamic water history. The rover also found evidence of high-energy flooding that carried large boulders into the crater, though the origin of these floods remains a mystery. Aside from its geological discoveries, Perseverance achieved a remarkable technological milestone with the MOXIE device. MOXIE produced oxygen from Mars's carbon dioxide atmosphere for the first time. Over 16 runs, it produced about 4 ounces, 122 grams of oxygen, enough to support an astronaut for roughly 4 hours. This breakthrough means that humans could potentially create their own oxygen on Mars. After 2 years of operation, MOXIE completed its final run in September 2023. Another fascinating achievement from Perseverance was recording the sounds of Mars. For the first time, scientists could hear the Martian environment using microphones on the rover. The sounds included Martian wind and the operation of the rover's dust removal tool. These recordings revealed that the speed of sound on Mars is slower than on Earth due to the thin carbon dioxide atmosphere. The volume of sounds also fluctuates with atmospheric pressure, which changes with the seasons. During low-pressure seasons, the microphone picked up almost complete silence. Sounds that are easily heard on Earth would be quieter and more muffled on Mars, and high-pitched noises, like whistles, would be hard to hear. This new form of analysis provides insights into the Martian atmosphere and seasonal changes, as well as the overall functionality of the rover. Perseverance did not make these discoveries alone. Ingenuity, the helicopter, helped it all the way. Together, these rovers have sent incredible evidence back to Earth. Recently, NASA received a stunning 360-degree view, the first of which was acquired by the Curiosity Mars rover. This footage, captured in high-definition 4K, showcases the breathtaking landscapes of the Red Planet, with some of the most recent panoramic views captured by Perseverance from the final airfield of the Mars Ingenuity helicopter. As exciting as the ongoing operations of these rovers are, NASA has even bigger plans for the future. One of the most anticipated upcoming missions is the Mars Sample Return Program, which will bring samples gathered by Perseverance and Curiosity back to Earth by 2033 at the earliest. This project will involve multiple steps. A lander will touch down on Mars, retrieve the samples, and launch them into Mars orbit. From there, an orbiter will carry them back to Earth, allowing scientists to study Martian material in detail with advanced tools. This mission is critical for understanding Mars' history and its potential for past life. While the samples are being sent back to Earth, the rovers themselves will remain on Mars, continuing their exploration. Curiosity and Perseverance will keep running experiments and uncovering more secrets of the Martian surface. Beyond gathering samples, NASA has an even bigger dream: sending humans to Mars. NASA is working rapidly toward this goal, with plans to send humans to Mars in the future. They are not alone in this ambition. Elon Musk, founder of SpaceX, has big plans for colonizing Mars. He envisions self-sustaining colonies on the Red Planet, with Starship spacecraft designed to carry people and cargo to Mars and beyond. Musk also has ideas for using local resources on Mars to produce water, oxygen, and building materials, aiming to create a self-sustaining environment for long-term habitation without relying on Earth. NASA and SpaceX are collaborating on several projects, including developing technology for human missions to Mars. The dream of living on Mars is becoming more of a reality, as both NASA and SpaceX are working toward colonizing the Red Planet by developing the necessary infrastructure and technology. Would you like to live on Mars? Do you think it's possible? Let us know in the comments below. If you're intrigued by these discoveries and want to learn more, like this video and subscribe to the channel, because there's plenty more to explore. Thanks for watching and goodbye.